Hey everybody, welcome to another Connected Live with me. And as many know, I am a holistic healer who works with people and animals to help them achieve their best quality of life. So today I wanted to take a little bit of a minute to actually talk about one of my own animals, Thor. And he is ours, my husband's. I think he chose Robert off the bat, so I wasn't his pick. He literally walked by me and Balder like we were nothing, chopped liver, and chose Robert. So as you can see, he's wearing a t-shirt, and I wanted to explain that. So it's really interesting, he's been kind of bomb-proof with everything. He has a sensitive digestive system like most German Shepherds have, and so he gets a really good quality food with supplements, but as far as like skin problems, like the things that we've experienced with Baldur, we haven't had those issues with him, and up until now. And I kind of think that like everything happens, health challenges, everything happens for a reason. And so he developed this crazy hot spot, and it erupted between his neck and his shoulder, and obviously like he's got a lot of trauma. So even to cut his nails he screams just with me holding the nail clipper. So he doesn't want to show me what happened to him. So he's very different from Arrow. Arrow showed me what happened to him. This guy, which is very similar to most rescue animals, they don't want to live in the past. They don't want to relive the trauma, and they just want to be present in the happiness that they currently have. So with that said, Thor has been great, but he's really concerned about anybody restraining him or holding him or hurting him. So with that said, we have to be very careful that we don't trigger his PTSD to the point where he tries to bite us, or we put him in a situation where he hurts himself or hurts us. And so we've only had him a year, and we know from all my years of rescue with Rescue Me Incorporated, thank you to Joy and Warren Eckstein for putting me on the board of directors, and all the stuff I've learned from both of them. And Joy actually helped us find Thor in Texas. He was abandoned twice before the age of 2 and was very much of a mess. And you can see he's a big guy. This is not a small dog. So the requirement for anybody adopting him was somebody must know the breed, hi Babu, very, very well, which we've had German Shepherds, both Robert and I, forever. So, we were confident we could help Thor, and Joy was confident that Thor was a perfect match for Baldur, which, as it turns out, he is. Baldur considers Thor his puppy. So he's convinced that we got Thor for him, not for Robert. So Baldur's in the background. He's doing really well. He's just a little more subdued. So now, why do you see Thor wearing a shirt that makes him look like the Hamburglar? He's wearing this shirt because it's between his neck and his shoulder, and so regular t-shirts, even mine, weren't fitting him properly, and he's kind of unconscious when it comes to causing himself harm, and not letting us help him. Easy. So we needed the t-shirt to remind him to not scratch, which was effective. But the problem was all these human t-shirts were sliding all the way back and exposing the wound. So it kept getting exposed. He kept wanting to go at it. We needed to cover it to help it drain better. Washing it and putting medicine on it is a nightmare. Here we are a week and a half into it, and Robert's done the most amazing job with him. We can actually get, through Joy's suggestion, a cloth. We're allowed to set a cloth on it, and if we put medicine on the cloth, he accepts that. So Robert's done all the work with him, which is he's done an amazing job. He's super patient. I've never had an animal in my personal life that would not let me help them. So I had to back up my little truck on my ego. And I had, my friend Joy, chairman of the board for Rescue Me Incorporated, had to smack me around in a good way and say to me, hey, he's Robert's dog. You've got to let Robert do this. This is not your lesson. It's Robert's lesson. So Even healers get their little red wagons. Balder, no. Smacked around. Hold on a second. We have some people driving in. Balder, come here. Balder, now, come. We have people driving in next door, and so the dogs are going to be really interested. I'm going to put them inside for a minute and finish this Connected Live. Go ahead, boys, inside. There they go. We don't have a fenced-in yard. Typically, the boys will stay in the yard, but they won't if, like, there's a lot of cars and a lot of people around. So I just threw them inside. So talk more about Thor. I think I'm going to change to the... Sorry, everybody. I'm about to get going on an errand, and the boys want to be with me, so I just have to kind of make it something nice for them. Hold on. Come on, boys. Let's try back outside again. Okay, good boys. Okay, but let's stay on the porch. Thor, no. In your bed. Please. Thank you. Balder, in your bed. Thor, in your bed. Balder, in your bed. Lay down. There you go. Platz. Everybody Platz. So, Balder speaks German. Thor doesn't, but he got the idea. He's in his elevated bed, which helps him stay cool. Not the best lighting, so sorry, but just want to keep the dogs safe. They're so good, like I said, about staying in the yard. They're very emotionally literate that way. And Thor, for a rescue that was dumped so many times, he won't run away. He stays right with us, and he stays right in the yard. Obviously, I do not put them in the yard by themselves. So I'm always out here with them, or Robert's out here. So back to Thor. So it's been a trial and error of how to handle the hotspot. So my instincts were to clean it with a non-agitating, medicated soap and pack it with Manuka honey. Wonderful in theory, but try getting it on a dog that, is super defensive. So that didn't work. And then we tried a few other remedies that were natural and soothing and holistic, and nothing. So this thing kept erupting and kept getting weird. So I gave him colloidal silver internally, which he could accept, which did not mess with his system, but was helping him fight the infection from the inside. And then, my old reliable, a friend of mine reminded me, Diane Obelenik, reminded me of Vetricin, which I used on Arrow when he was very sensitive. So we went for the Vetricin Hot Spot formula and the wash. The wash is still difficult. The water bothers him. He doesn't want us rubbing or scrubbing or doing anything weird like that. But it did work because that also has an analgesic in it. So Vetricin, thank God, love those guys. They helped me with Arrow, and now they've helped me with another really damaged soul, Thor. Robert puts it on a few times a day, and then we have this new t-shirt that fits him appropriately. I want to talk about this t-shirt because, you want to cover it, but you want it to breathe, so it's jersey knit material. It's from a company called Tooth and Honey Canine Outfitters. And they specialize in pit bulls, clothing for pit bulls, but this clothing works for German Shepherds too, so I did an Instagram post about it. It covers from the neck to the shoulder, so his wound is not exposed, and he's doing really well. It's finally crusted over, so we have a scab on it, which is awesome. And it's been a 1.5 week process of literally trauma for all of us, because he cries and screams, and you wouldn't believe it. Like, we weren't even touching him. We would look at it and he would cry and scream. So I can just imagine the kind of trauma that this dog went through before he came into our family. And it is just such an incredible lesson in patience. And like I said, I've never had a dog not let me help them, or an animal not let me help them. So yeah, I had to back up my little red wagon of my, hey, I'm the healer. Just when you think you've got everything figured out with your, abilities as a holistic healer, you get your ego checked. And so I love these lessons because Joy pointed it out to me, and she gave me a bit of a butt whooping. And on speakerphone with Robert in the car with us was just like, Gabby, this is not your job. This is not your lesson. This is not your moment. This is Robert's dog, and Robert has to do it for him because that's the person he chose. So it was really funny. Robert was like doing a thumbs up. and laughing. And so I had to really step back from the situation. But now that Robert can touch it, I can put my hand on it too, but it had to be Robert that showed him the way. So it's been a really amazing journey with this dog. He's such a wonderful addition to the family. So grateful to Rescue Me Incorporated for having matched us. If you are looking to get a rescue, the best thing for you to do is to work with a rescue. And there's so many rescues that are not in integrity. We all know this, we've all seen it. Rescue Me Inc., so rescuemeinc.org, you can find Rescue Me Incorporated to donate to the rescue I sit on the board for. Even distance. Joy is in LA, dog was in Texas, I'm in Oklahoma. She matched us perfectly from video and from description. If you need help getting a rescue animal, work with Joy, because the fee that she charges goes to the rescue, goes to the dogs that Rescue Me Incorporated helps. And our rescue, I say ours because I love that. I love our rescue. We take the hardest cases. Joy has an international as well as national reputation. They are completely clean. They're one of the best rescues around, even though they're small, and they're an all-species rescue. The other rescue I really like, Tibetan Mastiff Rescue in Los Angeles. She's the only Tibetan Mastiff rescue that specializes in Tibetan Mastiffs. Rebecca is amazing and does an incredible job. So if you're looking to rescue, work with someone who's like a matchmaker, like Joy. Melissa Basilar as well, from the... I am going to get the name of her dog hotel wrong because it just blanked out. But if you Google Melissa Basilar, you will find her, and I will put her her information. She's also in Los Angeles and has a rescue as well. She's amazing and does amazing work. So there's a few that I really, really like. They happen to all be in LA, which is where I lived for years. And remember, you know, sometimes you need to get help and you need feedback and you need to step out of your own way, no matter how much of an expert you are. So even an expert like myself steps back and asks for help, because that's what all the great ones truly do. Nobody does it on their own. Nobody knows everything. And you've got to be open to the possibilities of what can be done. So always, no matter how many dogs you've had, how many horses you've had, reach out to someone like myself or somebody else to help you in challenging situations. Look how good my boy is. He does look like the Hamburglar. No, they only had an extra large and a striped. No, he looks like he's in jail, but he's so cute. And then there's the Baldor. Hey, Baldor, you want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, the big man is 9 and he's doing really well. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. So this is my Connected Live for today. It's nice and balmy here today. I've already been to the barn. You can tell by my hair and my face, I'm not fixed up at all. The boys are so happy together. Remember, rescue. Don't buy rescue. And hopefully we will get some more Connected Lives up here to talk about animal rescue and animal communication. And see, Thor knows I love him very much, but even though I can talk to him, he has emotional trauma. So when they go into PTSD, just because you can talk to animals doesn't mean they're going to listen to you, because they're in a trauma zone. So the one that could break through that trauma was my husband, because Thor picked my husband. But this guy loves me too. All right. You guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spreading these videos around. I hope they help a lot of people. And if you want to find me, GabriellaMcAllister.com. A little bit later today, I'll put my website in the comments so people can find me, because I've done distance work now for over 20 years. It's all I do. And that way no one is affected by COVID. You can work with me effectively to help yourself or your animal companion through challenges. Photobomb his tail. I love dogs. All right, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.